through it because I was just thinking when it's time to push. What's up?
Shalom. Welcome to Pushing the Standard.
It's the Austin.
We back in this turn.
We are officially back. As you've seen, if you have not seen, go check out some of our recent videos that we posted. We posted some shorts and also some videos as well. Yeah.
All right, today's topic, we're talking about our labor and delivery video.
Okay, so we have some questions to kind of keep us on track as much as possible.
So a few points are, I think we got like some points. Like 10 points, something like that.
Get you something to eat. Okay. Get you something to snack on, you know. Okay. Yeah. So we can relax and you can enjoy it, okay? Yeah. Cool. It's one of those type of videos.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, when did you find out you were pregnant and how did you react? So we found out we were pregnant with our third child. I want to say it was October or November of last year.
It was November.
Okay, yeah. And how do we react? I was shocked. And it wasn't like we weren't trying. It's just because it had been such a big gap. At least for us. It was 3 years again. And we had one and more children, but we kind of tried our best to take our focus off of, well, you know, the month-to-month thing. You know, if you've tried for children, you know what I'm talking about. You go on every month and you're hoping you don't have your cycle, and then you still have your cycle, and then you're like, you know, feeling defeated. Yeah, so I had finally kind of gotten past that stage and just like, you know, and honestly, I didn't even think about a cycle, you know, and this is the only time I did not track my cycle.
That's us side.
Yeah.
I was trying to get her pregnant.
I mean, of course, you know.
I was trying hard.
And
see, it happened around the time when I was taking these testosterone boosts.
Oh goodness.
To help me out my workout and help my cholesterol drop and my testosterone boost. And I was at her. I was at that lady. And she was like, baby, can I get a break? I'm like, And that's how it happened.
Yeah. He already be at me. It was just like,
it was like more.
Yeah, I can't really explain it, but yeah.
It was like
get
more.
you some testosterone, brothers. Some testo boost. What is it called?
It's test boost.
Oh, test boost.
It's really, really good product, and it's all natural. It's just plants. It's like plant based.
And work out.
It's to help you work out, not just take it and then, you know, you just think you're gonna be normal. Nah. Yes.
So how I reacted, I was shocked, but I was happy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness. Like,
it's funny because she kept doing the little thing, you know.
Oh, I was playing like, you know, like
trying to see what it'll be like.
And I even joked to Ya, and I was like, well, we got, and I said this, I think in September or October of last year. And I said, well, we got one more month and then I'll be, I gotta be pregnant for my baby's birthday to be on the same day as my second child, which is her birthday is August 20th. And baby boy was born August 15th. So it was real close.
Yeah,
real close.
That's wild.
And that was just a joke, but I really did get pregnant.
Yeah. And, I remember my mom, she was telling me, he said, be careful for what I agreed to. So I had to be very careful because there was words going off saying, maybe it's not for us to get pregnant yet, that type of deal.
Yeah.
And he had to say, no, I don't agree to that. So I let the people know, especially her.
Yeah, because I even had a moment where I was kind of like,
I'm not agreeing to that.
You know, based on, you know, the prophetic word and kind of where our life is flowing right now, I don't think we're going to get pregnant within I don't think we're going to get pregnant this upcoming year. I was like, it may be like 2 years down the line. That's what I started to think, you know.
Yeah, it was like, nope. And then probably like 2-3 days later, we found out we was pregnant. That's crazy.
So what was your reaction when you found out?
I was happy. I was like, yes, I was really excited. And then I was like, I hope it's a boy. You know, that was my first mind. I was like, my boy's finally here. And then there was a toiling around with the twins in here now.
Oh yeah.
And then I was
that's
like,
a whole other story time.
And I was like, please don't let that be a chick.
And you will
bless me.
Now, did you have any
Did I have any symptoms? I didn't have any symptoms actually. Again, I'm a big, strong believer and a fan of speaking life too. So any type of nauseous, I was kicking it out. Like cravings, I wasn't really having for.
I know they're probably like,
Yeah.
what you talking about? Like, you ain't the one carrying the baby. So my husband, when I was pregnant with my first 2 children, he had some symptoms. He had to deal with tiredness, like I'm talking about
I wasn't as tired
just as tired as I was, and nauseousness. So this time he didn't have.
I didn't have any of those. And then I had like little snippets of cravings for chocolate from the first one, like with Neva, the Oreos. Find the Oreos, the Oreos and chocolate chip cookies. But this time it wasn't as so, and I actually lost weight with the first 2 because I was training, and then our circumstances was different. With with Neva, and this time it was like kind of like neutral. I ain't start gaining weight for until like toward the end of like the second going into the 3rd trimester. I think I started putting on some.
That's crazy. Still,
I started putting on some weight. I started eating good.
You ain't got no excuse for that one. Though.
Yeah, I just started eating good, And then I was also working out too, so I didn't have a whole lot of. I didn't have a whole lot of that. I was tired a little bit, but not as I would have been if I was like around for my sleepiness was at the job. I was like super sleepy at work, like out of nowhere. But for the most part, I didn't have any symptoms.
Okay, next question. Why did we choose a home birth?
Because the hospitals was one of the charges on the leg and try to have my wife consent to a lot of things that she wasn't agreeing with. We actually like the home births though. It's comfortable. You can put your own atmosphere, your own flow of things. Because we're believers of the way. We have had our instrumentals on, have our praise music on. We ain't got to worry about people trying to dope my wife up, put stuff in the IV, keep pressuring her to do things that she didn't want to do. We didn't have a lot of those happening. And that's one of the main things. And then the comfortability. And then she has a lot of requests too, as far as like eating, what she wanted like after that. Like this time it was breakfast. She liked the breakfast deal. So she had breakfast this time. But for the most part, I believe that's the reason why we chose it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's one of the main as far as
add to
the invasion, not having that. It's okay, they can hear me. Not having the invasion of privacy, and just you want to bond with your child. You just had your child. You ain't got to worry about them coming in every 30 seconds. And that but I would say what really drove me more to wanting a home birth was one, because y'all said he was gonna back me in this, because for those who might be like, okay, yeah, I don't understand what y'all talking about. I prayed throughout my pregnancy to seek y'all on what his plan was. Did he, was his perfect will for me to have my baby at the hospital this time, or to have another water birth? For those that know me, know that I've had a water birth with my first 2 children. I had a water birth at the hospital with my first daughter, and I had a home water birth with my second daughter. So I was seeking him like, okay, what's your perfect will? Because, if it's his perfect will, I know he got me, we good, everything gonna go smoothly. So it wasn't until maybe like 6 weeks before I actually gave birth that I got an answer. Both of us actually got the answer to do the water birth.
Yeah, when we was in that transition of movement, huh? I'll check out that video too. How they, our 30-day, no calls joint, no calls vacation. Check out that video. That was simultaneously with us having to deliver.
To prepare to deliver, yes. So, so I was seeking y'all, and he finally had told us water birth. And we didn't know if it was going to be water birth through a midwife or water birth. Have to do it. Yeah. We didn't get that till maybe 3 weeks before?
She was already speaking that.
I was speaking that. I was speaking it, but
I was a doula twice.
But I didn't think it was gonna really go down like this because y'all said he was gonna back me in doing the home birth. So we'll, like you said, we got more questions. So, all right, the next question is, when was baby's due date?
It was projected between August 17th through the 19th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That was a projection.
Yes, August, what'd you say?
17th.
Oh, 17th through the 19th, yeah. Now, when did labor start? So I personally would say that labor started that Monday. I had them on a Thursday. So that Monday was when my mucus plug started to come out. It was coming out, little by little. So I was thinking, oh, baby might be coming today. Because with my other two, they came pretty
quick.
As far as the mucus plug, they came the next day or the same day, So this was the first time I actually lost mucus plug, a lot of mucus plug, gradually, and did not have the baby the same day or the next day.
Right.
So I would say labor started, pre-labor started that Monday. But as far as actual labor started, I want to say, was it midnight? Or let me see. I got it in here.
So your contractions picked up?
When the actual bloody show that they call the bloody show. So it actually happened at 5:26 that morning of the 15th. Yes. Yeah, so that's when the bloody show started or happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was still having consistent and inconsistent contractions too in between. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the strongest contraction started at 3:16 p.m. I put it in here because I was like, oh yeah, that's different. That one was different. And I think, let me see, contraction and pain management. Contraction and pain management. So with my contractions, I've always had really, I would say, pretty smooth labor and deliveries.
Yeah, it's crazy how many stories. We'll pause before she go in real tough. It's crazy how many stories we hear about people in their contractions, and they tell us how painful it is, how crazy it is, what's going on, what their world like, and all these other things. It's interesting because my experience is different than the average person or people who move a little bit different in their prayer life, So what she's finna express, this is him. This is JC.
This is the one.
JC Eric Austin the fifth. Right here. They call him J5.
J5.
Yeah. So when she go into it, it's not that she's being cocky or arrogant. This is her real life experience, and I witnessed this 3 times. All right. So,
I'll trim what I need to trim.
It's fun because I was talking.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just burping them. I was just saying I could trim what I need to trim at the video. But yeah, so as far as the contractions and pain management, I know that from my experience, your mental is very important to help you to continue to have a smooth labor and delivery. Because the very moment that you start thinking negative and you allow thoughts in of, I can't do it, or, how much longer do I have to go? And, whatever thoughts you may have, I just remember, like, y'all created me for this one. And the biggest one of all is breathe with it. Like, help my body to do what it's naturally going to do anyways, which means breathing, like controlled breathing, not allowing my body or me to hyperventilate or, panic in my breathing. And that has worked for me so far. When you feel the contraction going on, taking that really, really big, deep breath and control breathing out, like me doing that. Yeah, every contraction really. And I was walking and everything. Like, this was different for me. Like, even this time, it was different for me. I was actually walking, even though it's hot in Vegas, I wasn't even thinking about the heat. I was just walking and talking. and I could actually say, oh, I'm having contraction, and still keep talking, without, because, before I would just be like, pause, I would stop what I'm doing, stand still, sit still, and breathe through it. But this time I was able to walk and still have my conversation. And then once it got to the highest peak, or like when I said that the contraction pain changed, I knew my body was going into that next phase, the transitioning phase, which was, that they were going to be coming back to back a little, as far as in the timing of them, and that the pain would be a little bit more than what it was before. Oh, you go ahead. Yeah, I am. I do. Yes. So when it got to the point where the pain was a little bit more, I did the same thing. Remember, I can do this. I was created to do this. And I would breathe, just doing the same breathing, focused breathing, not panicking. And if I needed to pause in my walking, I pause and just close my eyes and breathe with it. And, yeah, that's what I did this time.
And me personally, I just watch. I watch and watch and watch.
Okay, and the next question is, what were some key points or like emotional points during the labor or laboring?
One, having a team, or at least having a really good doula that can help out. That was really, really good, because this is why, because it kept the atmosphere okay. And she was on it, y'all. Like, by
the way, one of my best friends was my doula. She was actually my doula for this baby and Selah, my second daughter.
Yeah, she was amazing.
She's not licensed, but she good.
She has a heart for it. Her really helping out. She had some devices and stuff that helped. She was obedient to the T, in spite of her own personal her own personal situation with her life. She was still very helpful, and she was pretty quick too. Everything I asked her to do, she was on it. Like, it was like a real surgeon room in that thing.
You made it sound like it was going down.
Yeah, it was in my mind. It was going down.
They did really good.
So we had the music going. That helped with that process. Helped my wife because she was praising. Once she finished the praise, and then she got into the higher contractions, it was more so
worship.
More so like slow praise, and she was able to like just remember and reminisce and ask Yah to help her out. So what's going on? He reminded her, he gave her guidance.
Yeah,
even in that,
I was gonna say that part.
But and I was just trying to listen, trying to make sure. I also trying to judge, and I had to hear God too, because it was a point where I was like, "We gonna wait till you get in the thing till your water break." And my wife was like, "Come on, baby, like don't."
I had
she was like, "Yes, not do that."
Sit back and say, "Lord, I give it to you," because he was about to make me go off. He gonna tell me, the man gonna say, "I'm not gonna fill the pool up yet until your water break." I said, "Man."
So even in that,
yield to the Lord. Yield.
Even in that, I had to ask her and see what's going on. Ask him to see what's going on.
I try to tell him, "Nah, baby, it's time to. It's time to fill it up."
It's really increasing. It's really increasing. And I was like, all right. So I still had to be yielded to, because she know what was going on with her body. And I just wanted to be cautious. I was just cautious because I know once it's break, all right, for sure, he coming. And that was my mind. So I also had to listen to. So those moments to help me support her was very, very vital. I had to be able to yield and listen and do a doula role and a surgeon role. So that was kind of interesting as well, to support her. And then I also have the food that she recommended ready. And that's what our doula, I'm saying, my sister helped out with, make sure she had her requirement and in that process. She helped aid in that process. Good
Okay,
job,
so
Pepper.
for
How you
me,
feel?
my like the key points or emotional points for me was um, somewhere around once the contraction had gotten a little more intense. I can't remember the window of it, but I remember starting to think like, you know, baby's not here yet, because my last baby, from the time of me starting,
About you.
starting labor to delivering was like 4 hours total. So with him, I'm like, okay, 5:26 was when it started. Now it's 3, some in the evening. So I started to think like, man, like how long, you know, am I really gonna be laboring, you know, before I see my baby? I'm ready to see my baby. So I think when I started thinking like, and again, so I turned on a worship song, praise song, and I just sat there, closed my eyes, and just worshiped, sitting on the floor worshiping, and I was reminded, like, I control this. Like, the time is in my hand. Like,
that's what you
know, because I was thinking as I continue to walk, it'll increase my contractions. So I'm like, let's go for a walk again. Let's go. Because I'm thinking, you know, I got to keep moving so that it can come. But they started slowing down. So I was like, what's happening? Like, why? So as I worshiped and as I was getting that, like, finishing up my worship, that's when he was giving me, like, reminding me, like, the time is in my hand. Continue to, you know, be present, you know, and, you know, enjoy the process. And literally, as soon as I finished worshiping, got up, my contractions started coming back to back consistently, which was, like I said, around the time when the strong contraction came. That was around that time. So, so I was like, okay.
And it's crazy that me and her both said that he'll be here before. No, she said he'll be here before 8. Mm-hmm. I said he'll be here tonight, later on tonight, and that's exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. He was here later on tonight, and
like right before 8 o'clock, like 7:47.
Yeah, like 13 minutes before.
That's 8. Cool, huh? So yeah, that was one. I think that was really my biggest key point. Like when, as far as any mental, like that, I had to challenge, or not challenge, but correct, so that I could stay flowing, and you know, because I felt the glory of God, y'all here. I felt it, you know, but I started to get anxious. Like, I'm ready to see baby. I'm ready to, you know, speed this thing up. So yeah, in his hand, in his timing. Okay, the next point is pushing. That's the question.
Okay.
I think maybe they want to know how did they go.
Do not, I will repeat, do not make a false contraction. You're making yourself work harder. Now I'm saying this based on my experience from watching and also from certain teaching. You're making your body work harder to cause a contraction. You don't want to do that.
Our body naturally do it on its own. So you just have to go with your body. Go with your body. So when I will feel that urge to push, like it's like your body do it without you doing it. So you know when it happens.
And then I also have to kind of coach up too, because since she was getting anxious even then.
Yes.
Because she really wanted to see him, and he was crowning, and he was almost out, and then he'll come out a little bit, and then go back in. And then I just have to kind of coach up, like take a real deep breath and push when it's time. And she did, she took the breath, and then he came on out.
Yeah, him and my friend, they both reminded me, keep breathing through it, because I was just thinking, when it's time to push. Ooh, especially when you feel the baby head right there, like, right before it come out, but you feel it right there, and you try to get that head out. I want it out. So, when they reminded me, like, breathe through it, like, he's gonna come out. Like, don't try to, hurt yourself trying to do it, like, but yeah.
And then that part of the push and delivery, and then as once the baby came, I had to turn the head. I had to watch delivery videos, y'all.
Yeah. So I would say you will see on the clip where I was like, I almost had a temper tantrum. I don't know if that may be a little exaggerated.
The chick almost flipped out the pool, y'all. The backflip. Had the captain say, "Stay in the water." Like,
I was gonna stay in the water.
Like, what are we doing?
No. I was trying to.
She was almost literally
push that baby out.
Backflip out the pool.
That pushing something serious. Like, you're not even doing it. It's like, it's kind of weird because your body is pushing without you, whether you want it to push or not. So you just kind of like, so, but you'll see a point where I was kind of like, you'll see me kind of like,
I'm talking.
Because I was like, his head went back in, and I was like, his head was almost out. What you doing, baby? So that part kind of almost started crying because I was like, he went back in. But then with that push, he came on out. So, so that's it on the pushing. The moment of birth. Now, the moment of me birthing my baby, I was like, oh, I have my baby. I was thinking, like, oh my God, he's here. Yes, he's here. Yeah. But then it was like, oh, okay, we got the hard part over. That's over. Like, getting the baby out safely. He's here. But he was so chill and so peaceful. I kept like, you would see me kind of like, say something, baby. Like, you all right? You good? Like,